my friends, Jerry Rosa here in the Rosa String Works Man Cave. Seems like I got a little bit out of center here. Well, hope you're looking forward to a good night of some playing along. We, for those of you who might be new, we do these just as a little bit of a lesson, not exactly a lesson, but just to give people at home that don't have anybody to play with, they can play along with these. And I also try to point out things that might be tough in the song or different in the song that would throw most people, especially people that are new playing. I've got 8 country songs picked out this evening, so that's quite a few songs. But I just couldn't stop. There's so many good country songs, and I didn't even get part way through my list. It was, like I got into it like page 1, and there's 4 pages. So anyway, we're going to start off with Merle Haggard's All My Friends Are Going to Be Strangers. That's the song that he named his band after. If you know anything about Merle Haggard, his band was called The Strangers. That was a hit, I think, around 58, somewhere in there, 1958, if I'm not mistaken, in that time frame. Crying My Heart Out Over You, which this one's kind of a borderline country bluegrass song, but Ricky Skaggs made a big splash in country music with it, so we're going to do that one. Dance With Me Once Again, Darling. I can't remember who did that one. I think that was Ricky Skaggs too, if I'm not mistaken. And then we've got Devil Woman, which is obviously old Marty Robbins. A Fool Such As I, which is Hank Snow. Singing the Blues, which is Marty Robbins again. And then Highway 40 Blues, which was Ricky Skaggs again. And then Carmen, which again is Marty Robbins. So you can see there I've got Merle and Marty and Ricky, I think, and Hank Snow too. Hank Snow was always one of my favorites. And if I can pull it off, I might even try to sound a little bit like him in the latter part of that song, which I should know better and not do that, but I'm going to do it anyway. But we're going to start off with All My Friends Are Going to Be Strangers. This one's going to be in the key of G. It's just G, C, and D. I don't believe there's any other chords in this one. So it's 1, 4, 5 if you're keeping track there. So 1, 4, 5. G, C, D. That's where they are on here. Oh, the love you promised to be mine forever. Well, I would have bet my bottom dollar on. Well, I should be taken out, tarred and feathered, when I let myself be taken in by you. And from now on, all my friends are gonna be strangers. I'm all through ever trusting anyone. The only thing I can count on now are my fingers. I was a fool believing in you now that you're gone. It amazes me not knowing any better than to think I'd find a love that could be true. Well, I should be taken out, tarred and feathered, when I let myself be taken in by you. And from now on, all my friends are gonna be strangers. I'm all through ever trusting anyone. The only thing I can count on now are my fingers. I was a fool believing in you now that you're gone. Yes, I was a fool believing in you now you are gone. That's old Merle Haggard there with the song that really put him on the map. That was his first #1 hit, I believe. I'm not 100% sure of that, so, you can take exception to it if you want to. Arnold Palmer, tea and lemonade, sweet, both. Sugar, salt, and preservatives. That's the only way to fly. Let's see. Crying My Heart Out Over You. Now this one's, again, it's 1-4-5 also. G, C, D. I'm going to do it in G. A lot of people do this in different keys, but I do it in G. Now I put a twist to it. I kind of do it like Ricky did it in the country, I believe. And most people don't put an A minor in this, but I'm going to be putting an A minor in it. So that's a G, C, D, 1-4-5, G, C, D, and then the A minor is a 2 minor, and it's down here like this. And then when you go to that, most of the time you're going to go to your 5, I believe. After your 2, you generally go to a 5. So at least that's the way I remember it. But then again, this song might be a little different. So, it's possible that it might go up to the 4 occasionally too. I can't remember, honestly, until I start doing it. Off somewhere the music's playing soft and low. Here comes that A minor. For the one I love to live. When I said that, it threw me off on my words. I forgot where I was at. I'll start again. Off somewhere the music's playing soft and low. For the one I love is. I messed it up. I did practice each one of these one time just before we went live, and I didn't have any problem with it then. I'll come back to that one. Maybe because I've got a mental block going right now. So let's go to, we'll go to E. I was going to do this in the key of F. It was where I used to do it, but we'll drop it down a half step and go to F. This is 1-4-5 also, but this one's in waltz time, so 3/4 time I think it's called. And so we'll be in E, and then A will be your 4, and B will be your 5. So here I am once again asking for you to dance with me tonight. Sadly pretending I'm happy, God above only knows why. Dance with me once again, darling, though you'll no longer be mine. Soften the pain that is starting. Dance with me just one more time. I know I made a mistake, dear, by telling you things that weren't true. So don't worry about being too near when I have this last dance with you. Dance with me once again, darling, though you'll no longer be mine. Soften the pain that is starting. Dance with me just one more time. Dance with me just one more time. I'm not going to play too many breaks in these tonight. My hands are a little stiff, and most of these are difficult to play without a band backup, so I'm just not going to bother with it tonight. I'm not sure why my clock keeps running here on my screen. That was distracting me also. It normally doesn't do that. Let's see. Let's see. We'll just move up to Devil Woman in the key of D. And again, this was just 1-4-5, I believe, so that'll be D will be 1, G will be 4, and A will be 5. So D, G, and A. I believe that's all it has. If we get into it, we have more. Sorry, but I think that's it. I told Mary about us. I told her about her great sin. again. She said if I wanted my freedom, I could be free evermore. But I don't wanna see Mary cry anymore. Oh, you devil woman, let go of me. Devil woman, let me be and leave me alone. I wanna go home. Mary is waiting and we've been down at our shack by the sea. Even after I heard her, my Mary's still in love with me. Devil woman, it's over. I'm trapped no more by your charm. 'Cause I don't wanna stay, I wanna get away. Woman, let go of my arm. Oh, you devil woman, let go of me. Devil woman, let me be and leave me alone. I won't go home. Devil woman, you're evil, like the dark coral reefs, like the winds that bring high tide. You bring sorrow and grief. You made me ashamed to face Mary. I barely had the strength to tell. Skies are not so black. Mary took me back. Mary has broken your spell. Oh, you devil woman, let go of me. Devil woman, let me be. Leave me alone. I wanna go home. Running along by the seashore, running just as fast as I can. Even the seagulls are happy that I'm coming home again. Never again will I ever cause another tear to fall. Down the beach I see what belongs to me, the one I want most of all. Oh, you devil woman, let go of me. Devil woman, let me be. Leave me alone, I'm going back home. Got that close. Really, I did get that close. Oh, well, I didn't promise perfection. I just promised to play along. And sometimes you can play along, and when I break time like that, you can't. So you just have to get back into it best way you can. All right, we're going to, this one's a little trickier. This one is called A Fool Such as I. It was done by the great late Hank Snow. Hank had that nasally sound, he talked a little different. I can't quite mimic him exactly, but I think I can get close when I start singing it. I'd be in the ballpark. It'll kind of remind you of him, I think. But it's a real pretty song. I'm going to do it in the key of B, boy. Now this one's got a couple extra chords in it. So it's got a B, then it's got that's your 1, and then it's got a 3, which is your D sharp if you're playing open, and you'll have to figure it out if you're playing with a capo. And then it jumps to your 4. So anytime you go to a 3, you almost always go back to the 4. So you got your 1, da da, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 1, da da da, da 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 da, now to 5. Okay, so that's how it basically goes, like that. Now the other tricky part is when it goes to what I guess you'd call the chorus or the bridge or whatever you want to call it. It'll go to your 5, then it goes to your 2, then it goes back to your 5. So that's a little different also. But that's anyway. that's the way the song goes. The 2 and your 5, let me tell you what those are if you're playing open. The 2 would be your let's see, that's a, I'm not even sure. That's a B, so that's a C, that's a C sharp and a F sharp. So a C sharp and an F sharp if you're playing open. Here we go, we're gonna give it a shot. Pardon me if I'm sentimental when you say goodbye. Don't be angry with me, should I cry? When you're gone, yet I'll dream a little dream of years go by. Now and then, there's a fool such as I. Now and then, there's a fool such as I am over you. And you taught me how to love, and now you say that we are through. I'm a fool, but I'll love you, dear, until the day I die. Now and then, there's a fool such as I. Okay, here comes old Hank Snow. Come in here sideways, Hank.
Howdy, friends and neighbors. Are the Rainbow Ranch boys ready? Pardon me if I'm sentimental when you say goodbye. Don't be angry with me, should I cry? When you're gone, yet I'll dream a little dream of years go by. Now and then, there's a fool such as I.
I have no pride. I have no ego. You can't kick me hard enough to make any difference. Let's go to E. Well, or were we in E? No, we're going to go to E. E. Edward. I'm going to do Singing the Blues by Marty Robbins. Now, this one's a little, it's straight chords. It's just 1, 4, 5. I don't think there's anything else in it. But it switches faster and back and forth, and it's a little tough to follow if you've never followed it. And I do it a little on the faster side, being a bluegrasser, you know. But we're in E, so it's got 1, 4, 5, so that's E, A, and B. And it's going to go from the A to the B and back pretty fast in a place or two. So here you go. Well, I never felt more like singing the blues, 'cause I never thought I'd ever lose your love, dear. Why'd you do me this way? Well, I never felt more like crying all night, 'cause everything's wrong and nothing ain't right without you. You got me singing the blues. The moon and the stars no longer shine. The dream is gone that I thought was mine. There ain't nothing left for me to do but cry over you. Well, I never felt more like running away, but I couldn't go, for I wouldn't stay without you. You got me singing the blues without you. You got me singing the blues. Now, of course, it would be longer if we took a break in there and I came back and did it again. If you do take a break and you come back on that song, where you come back in is, well, the moon and the stars no longer shine. The dream is gone that I thought was mine. There ain't nothing left for me to do but cry all over you. And then you just carry on from there, and then you end it. So that's how you would do it, except I didn't do it that way. Let's see. I'm tempted to try the Crying My Heart Out Over You again, but I think I've got such a mental block on it now, I'm probably not going to be able to remember it. I'll try it one more time, and if I screw it up, well, we'll just call it forget it. I wanted to do it because I really like the style that we're doing it with the A minor in there. It just makes it sound pretty.
Off somewhere the music's playing soft and low, for another holds the one that I love so. I was blind and could not see that you meant the world to me, but like a fool I stood and watched you go. And now I'm crying my heart out over you. Those blue eyes now they smile for someone new. Ever since you went away, I cry a little more each day. Now I'm crying my heart out over you. Each night I climb the stairs up to my room, and it seems I hear you whisper in my gloom. I see your pictures on the wall and hear your footsteps in the hall, while I'm crying my heart out over you. And now I'm crying my heart out over you. Those blue eyes, how they smile for someone new. Ever since you went away, I cry a little more each day. Now I'm crying my heart out over you. Oh yes, I'm crying my heart out over you.
See, it's not old timer's disease. It's just I had a mental block there. And if you know me, I get those a lot. Always have. It's just one of them deals with me. Okay. Well, let's see. So now I redeemed myself on that one. So now we've done 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we got them all. So we're up to 7, which is Highway 40 Blues. Actually, I should save that one for last because it's so difficult, but I always do Carmen last. That's in all my shows that we've done over the years. Carmen was the song that we always ended the sets with. So I'll save it for last and do Highway 40 Blues, which is a tough song. Now, this one here, it's almost hard to explain it. If you don't know it, it's going to be hard to play it. It's in the key of E Edward, the way I do it. So it's got your 1, your 4, and your 5. So 1, so that'd be E, A, D. It's got those. But when it starts, it goes right to an F sharp minor, then to a C sharp minor. It's got a, I shouldn't say that. I don't say that it goes there right away, but it does have a C sharp minor in it. So it's got an F sharp minor, it's got a C sharp minor, and it's got your 1, 4, 5. So, and then on the kickoffs and on the endings and things, it goes. So it walks up from D. It goes D, D sharp, E. It's a little more of a challenge song here. So anyway, that's how we start it. We start with that walk up. And then we go right to that F sharp minor. That's how we're going to get into this. At least that's how we're supposed to get into it. So we'll start it here. Here we go.
These Highway 40 blues, I walked holes in both my shoes, counted the days that I've been gone. I'd love to hear the nights of song, wasted time and money too. I squandered youth in search of truth. In the end I had to lose. Lord above, I paid my dues. Got the Highway 40 blues. The highway called when I was young. It told of lies and things to come. That fame and fortune lies ahead. That's what the billboard lights had said. Shattered dreams, my mind is numb. The money's gone, stick out my thumb. My eyes are filled with bitter tears. Lord, I ain't been home in years. Got the highway for the blues. Lord, I've rambled all around. I messed that up. Lord, I've rambled all around. Like a rolling stone from town to town. Met pretty girls, I'd have to say. Only one of them can make me stay. I played the music halls and bars. Had fancy clothes and big fine cars. Things a country boy can't use. Dixieland, I sure miss you. I got the highway for the blues.
Got that close. That's the thing I do better than anybody on the whole planet, and that is make mistakes. I've got that market cornered. There's nobody can do that any better than me. All right, we got time for one more here. Well, I don't know if we got time for it, but I'm going to do one more. This is probably my favorite Marty Robbins tune, that is. I'm going to do this one in the key of C. It's C, F, and G, so that's 1-4-5, C, F, and G, 1-4-5. But then, after I do the first two verses, and I may play it, I'm not really sure if I'm going to play it or not, but then we're going to modulate up to D. So then we go to D, so then it's 1-4-5 out of D, so that would be D, G, and A. So there you go. All right, we're in C, but we're going to go right to the 5 for the yodel here to kick it off. Sinuses are so clogged up, it's really hard to do anything. Carmen, Carmen, Carmen. Tonight I am making my body shaking. Tonight Carmen's coming back home. Tonight there'll be no room for tears in my bedroom. Tonight Carmen's coming back home. Tonight as I stand here, I've noticed my hands here are trembling as never before. My feelings I can't hide, resistance is all that my pride will rush outside the moment she walks through the door. The lips that have kissed her long missed her, hit lips that have cursed her at night. Through anguish and torment I've cursed as the nights went from darkness through dawn's golden light. Well, I thought of just taking these two hands and breaking that body I'm making to touch. I find while I'm waiting there's no time for hating while anticipating the woman I've wanted so much.
place pretty flowers to brighten the hours. I put brand new sheets on the bed. I'm nervous, I'm trembling, recalling, remembering the way that she tosses her head. I thought it was while I'm waiting, there's no time for hating while anticipating. Woman, I wanted so much. I messed it up, sorry. Carmen, Carmen, Carmen.
You know what? Why I messed it up both times? Both times. You know why I did it? My mind started thinking about something else, and you know what that something else was? Was Yolanda. I thought, doggone it, I wish she would have showed up tonight, but then I knew she was in Pittsburgh, and then so that's when I screwed up the first time. And then when I screwed up the second time, I was thinking about it again, going, boy, I wish I hadn't screwed that up. Yeah, if you let your mind wander, goodbye. Seriously, you can't think of two different things. That's the one thing about music, and that's what I would always tell my students. Like people would always say, oh, I go fishing to get my mind off my troubles. I go this or that to do this, to have a free, clear mind, clear my head, Well, let me tell you something. When you play music, that's the only time you'll be able to completely clear your head. And the reason is because if you're sitting on the bank fishing, you'll be thinking about your problems back on your desk at work or whatever. But if you're playing music, and you're really playing music, which I wasn't, if you're really playing music, you can't think about anything else. It takes all your concentration to think of the words, to sing, to play, and keep in time, and do all this. You can't think about nothing else. So just remember that. If you really want something that will relax you, learn to play music, and it will relax you. As long as you don't get to thinking you're good enough that you can think about something else. And yeah, there you go. It'll catch you every time. You can't do it. You just can't do it. Anyway, let's go to the comments and see how bad I got roasted on this one. Eddie Turner says, going to be a great night. Well, I hope. I wished it would have. It could have. We got that close. Dottie says, ready to hear some good sounding bluegrass. Okay, well, it's all country, though. It's going to be a good night. Well, thanks. At least you have faith in me. I appreciate that. Eddie Turner says, saying you're healing great. Oh, okay. Praying that you're healing. Yeah, me too. I have been quite a bit, actually. Don Nice, Jerry and Friends. Jerry, the Mirror song would be... fit right in tonight. Okay, well, Don, we'll do that. This is a song I wrote because I looked in the mirror, and that was just yet another mistake I made. When I look in the mirror, I see the old man there, but he doesn't look like me, and he seems too unaware. Then my mind drifts back to 1963, when my brother and I built our first house up in those sassafras trees. But then I look in the mirror and I see the old man there, but he doesn't look like me. Oh, he's got too much gray hair. Now I'm back in 1983. We've got a new house now, and our family is complete. But then I look in that mirror and I see the old man there. He doesn't look like me. It's almost too much to bear.
Now came the change of the century, and we live on a farm now, and I'm a retiree. But then I look in the mirror, I see the old man there. I don't know what to say, but I know it just ain't fair. Now I find myself in the present day, and you've got gray in your hair. I guess time has made it that way. But then I look in that mirror, and it slowly dawns on me that we've had a good life as God meant it to be. And then I look in that mirror. That was my first mistake. Okay, well, there you go, Don. Thanks for asking. Don says, any kind of song's fine with us. Well, that's nice of you. Moving on down here. Noam, no emit ado. No emit ado. That is from Naomi in Brazil. That's our friends in Brazil. Thank you for tuning in again. I'm surprised you're back after last week. But thank you, Jorge and Naomi. That's very nice that you're here. Joe Cool says, I hope your evening is as amazing as you are. Well, that's very nice of you to say. And then there's a couple of thumbs up there from the folks in Brazil. Thank you kindly. Bill Rhodes says, good evening, Jerry. If you would, please sure to click the thumbs up. And if you make a comment, it sure does help, actually. So even if it's just a hello, I mean, it does help the YouTube algorithm. It helps that. And if you're enjoying these play-alongs and you want to be financially supportive, you can do that through a PayPal. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can. And all you have to do is just go into PayPal and say you want to send money via email, and you just mail it to my email address, or just send it to my email address, and it works. It's amazing how it works. And my email address is rosastringworks, all jammed together, rosastringworks@gmail.com. Let's see. So Dottie's talking Eddie there, and Don, and let's see. Build my mansion, Dottie says. Boy, Dottie, I'd do that in a heartbeat for you, except I have to have the words to that one, and I don't have them handy, I don't think. And I switched my computer, so I can't call it up easily. Sorry, Dottie. I would do it otherwise. I apologize. I don't have a way to do it. All right, I'll do Vine Covered Church, she said. Let's see. That one's in A. This is a song I wrote about a little church that I saw along the highway when I was headed to Sam A. Baker State Park. We were booked down there to play a bluegrass festival, and I saw just a little glimpse out of my corner of my eye, really. I mean, I saw it. It burned an image in my brain. It really did. I only saw it for a brief second. And by the way, it's backwards. That's the church right there. Someone gave me that years later. Anyway, I was trying to write a song about a one-room schoolhouse on my farm. It wasn't on my farm. It was a farm I went to all the time. It was actually on my mother-in-law and father-in-law's farm. And nobody ever went out there, but they had a little one-room German schoolhouse on the farm that was pretty much dilapidated. It was still holding together, but it was, it needed a lot of work. But anyway, I kept trying to write that song about that schoolhouse and couldn't get it done. I tried for months and months, and every time I would try to write that song about the schoolhouse, that little
church, that picture right there would come up in my brain and it would block everything. I couldn't see nothing but that little church. And it happened every time. Every single time I tried to write the song about that schoolhouse, that little church came right in my forehead and said, nope, you can't write that song. So I finally got to thinking, after it took me a while, it's like, I'm real quick like that. I mean, stuff hits me and man, just instantly I'm on it, After about 3 or 4 months of that, I went, oh, I guess God's telling me I'm supposed to write that song about that little vine-covered church. And I'm not kidding you, as God is my witness, in probably, 15 minutes? Maybe half hour. I don't really remember, but it was a very short time. As soon as I switched to writing the song about the vine-covered church, I was pretty much finished with the song. That zoomed in, and I've never known it to zoom in before. I can't catch a break. I'm telling you, on this stuff with these electronics and stuff, if it can, it will. That was God right there. He's going, I'm watching you. You better tell this straight. Anyway, so I switched it and wrote this song. Well, then now keep in mind, it took me months, probably close to 6 months to write this in all put together. And then it took me another month or two to get my band up to speed on it really good. I mean, because we only have a practice like once a week or something, or we didn't practice that much. We were mostly playing gigs. And so it took a while to get the song to them, and get them to understand it. And it just turned out that the very first time we played it at the Farmington Auction Barn. We were on stage there, and the little vine-covered church was only about another 10 miles down the road further. So everybody in that area knew about that little vine-covered church. So it was the perfect place. It's like all these things came together just to make it happen like it did. So anyway, we did the song there, and I'll tell you the second part of the story there after we finish the song. So, Dottie, thank you for asking. The Vine-Covered Church. You won't find it on a well-traveled highway. It's not even on a dusty gravel road. You have to want to be there when you find it, 'cause it's not on any maps I know. Out across the field through the pasture, you climb along a steep and rocky trail. And when you cross that little creek in the valley, you'll see that vine-covered church on the hill. That vine-covered church above the valley, where the congregation gathered to pray. Built with their hands from the forest, now stand as a marker for their graves. The siding and shingles are tattered, the steeple leans slightly to the right, and though all the windows were shattered, you can still hear them singing at night. The brothers and sisters who worship, they gather in this holy place still, though they lie at rest in the valley, beneath that vine-covered church on the hill. That vine-covered church above the valley, where the congregation gathered to pray. Built with their hands from the forest, now stands as a marker for their graves. It still stands as a marker for their graves. Well, we got off stage, and you had to go around back and go down the stairs. And at the bottom of the stairs, there was this gentleman there, and he says, "Son, I got to tell you, I really like your song about the little vine-covered church." He says, "But do you know you have to change the words?" And that seems like such a weird thing to say to somebody, to me, on a song that you've written, you have to change the words. I'm going, why do I need to change the words? He's going, oh, you don't know? I said, well, I don't know what. He goes, they just tore that church down yesterday. Now think about that. Think of the shivers that went down your neck when, if you were in my situation there. I mean, it took me forever to write the dang song. Then, that took me a while to get the band up to speed. And then, of all places to play it, we're the closest you could get to it to play the song on stage. You know what I'm saying? And then this guy walks up and tells me that it was tore down the day before. So it was exactly to me like the song was meant to keep that little church alive. And I'm not making this up. You can believe what you want. I'm telling you the truth. Every single time we played that song for the next year, and I don't know if it was an exact calendar year, but you know what I'm saying? It was just about a full year for the next year that we played that song. Every single place we played it, including Dodge City, Kansas, up in Iowa, over in Illinois, every single time we played it, somebody came up and told me a story about that church. It happened every time. And it was bizarre. The couple that I remember the most, the one out in Dodge City, Kansas, I happen to remember just because of where we were. And I thought, well, how in the world? He says, I bet you don't know that they played bluegrass music there at that church. I said, really? How do you know that? He goes, my grandfather went to that church and he played bluegrass music there. I went, gee whiz. It was just crazy. Just bizarre. It was just hard to explain. And then that was my only song that got recorded by a national group. The Witcher Brothers out in California recorded it. And I also got royalty checks. And believe it or not, where I got most of the royalty checks from was Ireland, which I thought was pretty strange. But you never know. You never know what's going to happen, when, and where. Lenny says, I like that song, Jerry. Okay, I don't know which one that was, but thank you. And Lenny says, I love when you entertain us. Well, I'm glad you're using the word entertain. I love that. Don Nice, Lenny, right on. Okay, let's see. Sky Pony Creations. I don't remember seeing that name before, but I'm glad well, I've seen, that's Kim, isn't it? I recognize that picture. Hey everyone, I really have missed y'all. Yeah, but that's a new name for her, Sky Pony Creations, I think. Or at least it seems like a new name to me. Sometimes I forget stuff. Dottie says, you kicking the mandolin tonight. That's what I should do to it every night. I should kick it across the room and say, forget that. Lenny says, yay, Jerry. And then Don Nice says, sounds great on my end, too. Sky Pony, it's, okay, me, Kim. Yep, it is Kim. So I say, I'm no dummy. You guys just think I'm a dummy, but I'm not. I'm really not. I'm on top of stuff. Let's see. Moving on down. Let's see. Donnie, she's talking to someone else, and then they're still having their conversation. So I'm sliding down here. Oops, it scrolled on me. Now I got to find it back again. Doggone it. I hope I don't miss a bunch of people here. Okay, I think I'm back to approximately where I got moved from. And Lenny says, it was still good. I don't know which one that was, but thank you. Dottie says, her donation's on PayPal. Well, thank you very kindly, Dottie. That's so nice of you. Eddie Turner, my wife is a lot better. Oh, talking about his wife. Well, that's wonderful to hear, though. That's great. Really good. Lenny says, I wish I could play. I can't, although I can sing my off. Okay. Let's see. Still reading here, trying to find if there's any more questions or things. Thank you, Jerry, for the mirror song. You're welcome, Don. And then a bunch of applauses there from Sky Pony Creations. That's Kim. Thank you very much. All right. Let's see. Help is on the way, please, Kim says. Well, I haven't done that one in a while, but I'll give it a shot. I'm going to do this out of G. I used to do it out of A, but that was the young me that did it out of A. I don't sing that high anymore. I'm not even sure I can reach it in G anymore. Okay, this is just 1-4-5. I think it has a 2 in it. So a G, C, D, and maybe an A. I never can remember on this song. A woman in the Bible days, her last meal almost gone. God sent Elijah to make his word known. He said, woman, don't you worry, for God sent me today. Before you even ask him, help was on the way. So just hold on a little longer, help is on the way. A brighter day is coming for those who believe and pray. And help won't help tomorrow if you give up today. So just hold on a little longer, because help is on the way. Troubles of this life come round and burdens get you down. You think no one is listening and you think no one's around. Just remember what his word said. Trust him and obey, and keep your eyes toward the heavens, because help is on the way. So just hold on a little longer, help is on the way. A brighter day is coming for those who believe and pray. Help won't help tomorrow if you give up today. So just hold on a little longer, because help is on the way. No, help won't help tomorrow if you give up today. So just hold on a little longer, because help is on the way. Thank you for that request there, Kim. Appreciate it. And Dottie says she loves that song too. Well, that's nice. Jerry, I'm waiting for Cash and the band. Yeah, they'll be here before long. Yolanda would be nice too, and we'll get them all back in here again. I don't want to get them in here until I'm convinced I know how to operate that machine with Linux and the software here and everything. It just, like I said, if it was easy, I'd already had it figured out. Trust me, it ain't easy. It ain't easy even a little bit. And it would be easy. I mean, I shouldn't say it would be easy. It would be doable if it would just stay still after I program it. I code it in the way I need it to work, and the next time I go in there, it ain't that way no more. It changes on its own. It's dynamic instead of static. It should stay static. If it would stay static, it'd be a piece of cake. I'd have it done. I guarantee you. But it won't. And I don't know why. That's what's weird to me. If I went to the trouble of writing one of those programs to let you reroute connections, I would for sure make it static. I make it stick after you do that. What's the point to go to all that trouble and then to have to do it again the next time? It just doesn't make sense. But that's where we're at with the sound. Thank goodness this with just me, it only takes one microphone, and I can handle it that way. I'm not sure exactly what the sound is coming out, but I hope it's decent. Y'all take care. Appreciate your requests, and thank you for being so kind. And if you are watching this later and you want to make a donation to PayPal, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. This is how I make my living these days, is just on YouTube. So thank you very kindly. I appreciate it very much. We will see you tomorrow at about 1 o'clock on the vlog. Be there or be square.